I'm going to go to our Courtney Gross, who I understand is talking with somebody who used to work in the building behind me. Courtney, are you there?
I mean, that's to put it lightly, Errol. Obviously, there are just a small amount of people who have experience of what it feels like to be the soon-to-be mayor on this day, and I'm standing here with one of them, and that, of course, is former Mayor Bill de Blasio. So Happy New Year to you. I don't know if you've spoken to the now mayor, Mayor Zohran Mamdani, what kind of advice you told him, how you think he might be feeling today.
Look, I don't get into the details of the advice I give, but the main thing is to follow through on his vision. I mean, he's got a beautiful vision. It is an achievable vision. And I think what's being missed here is he understands Albany. 5 years in the assembly. He's got, I think, a real ally in Governor Hochul. They're not agreeing on everything, but boy, a little different than the relationship I had with Governor Cuomo, just a little. And he knows the legislature intimately. I think he's going to be able to get a lot of his agenda done. And I'm sure people are going to counsel him to moderate. Well, people used to tell me, don't try for pre-K for all so quickly. Don't go as big. And I think the only way you get there is with big goals. So I think he's on the right track.
What do you think you tell him when you think about that legislative agenda in Albany? I mean, he's obviously pitched these tax increases to have this universal child care program. Do you think that that is the only way to accomplish it?
I think for the extraordinary things he wants to do, to start us on the pathway to universal child care, for free buses, I mean, I think these are amazing goals. They require some support and some cooperation from Albany. Now, how much really depends on what the city is able to do and spend on its own. But, there's got to be some agreement there, and I think there can be. I think these things will take some time by definition. But you know what's funny? I mean, I had a Republican state Senate that was really opposed to me when I was trying to do pre-K for all. I had Governor Cuomo who was throwing in roadblocks everywhere. He's actually, Mamdani's going to have a better situation. Not in Washington, perhaps, obviously, although hopefully that's kind of neutral for now. But in Albany, I actually think he's better positioned to achieve his agenda than where I was at the same moment 12 years ago today. And we still got it done. So I'm very, very hopeful.
What do you make of some of the moves by the former mayor, Eric Adams, in the final days of his mayoralty? For instance, announcing a charter revision commission, appointing some people to the rent guidelines board. I mean, you at one point had a good relationship with the former mayor, Eric Adams. What do you make of those last-minute moves?
I think every outgoing mayor has a right to do certain things. Certain appointments, that's normal. Obviously, acting on certain legislation at the end of a term is normal. I think the Charter Revision Commission was actually going way too far. That's not something a mayor should do on his last day. It clearly reflects his agenda, but in the meantime, there's been an election, the people have spoken. So I think that Charter Revision Commission needs to be abolished and give the new mayor a chance to figure out how he wants to do things.
I know you don't necessarily want to give advice, but could you just name very quickly one thing that might be unexpected for Mayor Mamdani, that something surprised you when you took this office?
Look, I'm only going to speak from my own experience. You may remember famously that we had a blizzard on day 2. I think mayors of New York City are so often judged by how they handle crises, in particular, sort of natural disaster. And it's just to realize, and I had to learn this the hard way, you can prepare and prepare and prepare, and you're still going to get thrown a lot of curveballs. And you just have to hyper-focus and find the right people who can really handle those situations. Because the people of the city need you to handle that, and that allows you to do all the other things you're here to do.
Mr. Mayor, thank you so much.